Hi everybody, sorry for the delay. I've had a few issues with my phone trying to do my live today. So what normally happens is I come on board and I change my screen around. So when you look down today, you will see all the measurements backwards on my cutter trimmer. And if I change the screen over, it means that you actually see things the correct way, which makes life a lot easier. Unfortunately today, every time I've tried to change my screen over, it just goes into this blank screen and I'm unable to do anything. So a few technical issues today, but never mind. So I will talk you through the measurements that I'm using, but if you look at the trimmer and you think the measurements are backwards, that is why, okay? Because I cannot change my screen over for some reason. And I've had to turn my phone on and off a few times now trying to reset it, but in the end I thought I'll come on board and just make the phone anyway, make the card anyway. Right, so I've had a few people coming on board. I've missed some of the names, but I see Susan was there and Lynette's there. Hi Lynette, how are you today? So yeah, I've had a busy morning. Yeah, shifted the cows, been out to Whiterun, did a class, had a doctor's appointment this morning and home, and yeah, getting ready for my Facebook Live. So it is 2 p.m. normally, and as I say, I'm a little bit late because of my technical difficulties with my phone. Hi Alison, nice to have you join me today. That is great. You're home for a change. That's awesome. So yeah, I'm going to put you on my card tree. We're going to make a card, and then I'll tell you about some of the products as we go. Okay, so I will get right into it, and I will just sit you up there now. I'll make sure it's coming through onto my iPad, and you guys are obviously seeing it because I've seen some comments, so that's good. I'm not very good when it comes to anything technical that goes wrong because it just stresses me out, and I'm just trying to see. Oh yes, there we go. Okay, I might even turn the stamp set up the right way. How about that? Oh, and Anne's just joined us. That is fantastic. So as I was saying, ladies, you will see all the words in that back to front because it would not allow me to change my screen around today for some reason. I don't know why. I think I might need to do some updates or something. I'm not sure, but anyway, I'll sort that out later. So on the farm is a beautiful stamp set. It's really great. Beautiful little animals, hills and everything. The thing that's great about the set, it does come with a set of dies, which beautiful little dies. Look at these cute little pigs and cute little chickens. Some gorgeous things in there. But the other thing that we've got that we can use with that stamp set at the moment is the beautiful on the farm paper. I think it's called On the Farm. Let me just turn that over. Day at the Farm. So it's a 12 by 12 papers. Beautiful, beautiful papers. Now these are part of the celebration offering at the moment. That if you spend $110 in New Zealand or $220, you can get free celebration products depending on how much you spend. So this paper is part of the $110 spend. So I thought I would use that today. Right, and we have a piece of thick white cardstock. Now, this is 10.5 centimeters by the length of the cardstock, okay? So it's just half of a sheet. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this in my trimmer. Oops, and I've just knocked my little scorer out of there, but I'll put that back in later. And we need some 1 centimeter strips. Now, I don't know whether you'll be able to see this, but anyway, as I said to you just earlier on when I started my video, I cannot change my screen over. So everything's going to look backwards as far as measurements go, but that's okay. So we need some 1 centimeter strips. So we'll cut those off the end of here. 2 and 3. And we will cut about 8 of those off. Susan's probably saying, I know what card you're making because she came to class this week. We made a card like this, and I thought I'd make another one and I would use it on the farm papers. And I think also it's a really good opportunity to go back and see how things were made or how we've done certain things. So you need 8 1cm strips, and I thought it's easier to cut this cardstock in half, cut off my 8cm strips, and then to make this card, I'll just move those aside. You need to pull the little leg out here. Don't have a lot of room on this table, but never mind. And we need our piece of cardstock to be 21 centimetres. So let me see, so about 21. And just trim that little piece off the end there, okay, and that gets chucked away. Right, the other thing that we're going to do with this is we're going to place it in our trimmer at 15 centimetres. Keep the blade across there. We'll put our embossing thing in there, and we're just going to our scoring tool along there, and we're going to score it at 15 centimetres, okay. Right, we'll put that aside so that gets folded like so. Okay, the other piece that we are going to need is a piece, and this is just normal white cardstock, the basic white, and this is 10 centimetres by 29 centimetres. Okay, and that needs to be folded in half, so it's just as easy to place in the scorer at 14.5 centimetres and just score that as well. Okay, and that just makes it easier to fold, so fold that in half like so. Then we've got this beautiful paper here that I decided to use. So this has the trees on it, has some cows on it, beautiful little flowers. Okay, so I need a piece of that, and we'll get our trimmer out again, and I'm going to cut that at 14 centimetres by, so this was just an off cut I had there, by 9.5 centimetres. So we'll cut that off like that. So that's our piece that we are going to use. So we'll bring in our piece of basic white cardstock, and we're going to attach that to the front like so. Grab my, I think this is just about out of tape too. It's been one of those days, just everything, you know, some days you have that things just do not go to plan. So there we go. So that's our beautiful little cows. Okay, that's super cute. And then what we're going to do is we're going to create a fence to go in the front of here. So the way we're going to create it, and I'm going to show you on my grid paper here, I will just grab a pen or a pencil will do. There we go. And on our grid paper, so remember these strips are 1 centimetre by 10.5 centimetres. So what we're going to do, see if I can see this, we're going to just draw a little line on that edge and this edge. Okay, oh, doesn't have to be perfect, just gives you an idea where this is going to be. Okay, then we are going to take 2 of our strips. We're going to place it along this line here. So you've got 2 little squares in, place it along the bottom so it's in line just like that, and you're going to place this one 2 little squares in. So grid paper is really good for this. If I was making this card at home, I would probably just eyeball it and stick it together, but sometimes it's nice to have a little guide. So we're just going to put a little dab of glue there and a little dab of glue there. Okay, you can probably see that's the tiniest little piece, a bit of glue, and that's all you need. So we're just going to put that one on there like that, this one across to that side like that. Just hold those down for a couple of seconds so they adhere. Right, and once you've got that on, it's actually really, really easy. So then you're just going to go up along here, and you're going to count 1 spare space, and in the middle of the next one, you're going to put a dab of glue. 1 spare space in the middle of that one, 1 spare one in the middle of that one, 1 spare one in the middle of that one, 1 spare one and the middle of that one. Then you're going to do the same on this side. So 1 there, 1 there. So you're basically going to do it on every third line that goes across. This was the easiest way I worked out. So, do we need one at the top? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No, that will do. And then we just take our 1 centimetre strips, and if we start off against that edge there, place them across. Oops, and we can get them to look reasonably straight, okay? Because you know what it's like, sometimes you just want it to look good, and eyeballing it doesn't always do it. So you just keep adding these on as you go up the ladder or up the fence, putting your little fence palings on, okay? Just like that. Now how easy is that? Okay, just like that. Perfect. Right, we'll just leave that there for a second, and that is going to be attached onto here, okay? But we just want to just give that a chance to dry for a second. So in the meantime, I'm going to get some stamps out of our set that I think I might use, and I want to cut out a couple of animals. So I'll just put that aside. And I think, looking at this paper, so this is the paper where we've got our little animals and we have our cutters. So I think we'll have a cow because, you know, it's not a farm without a cow, is it? Not sure how much room we're going to have on there. So I might cut one of the sheep out. And then, I don't know, I might cut a pig out as well, and we'll just see how we go or what we want to use. So, just like that, just cut them out roughly, because as you know, we have cutters for all of those. So I'll bring my little baby boy blue, cutting and embossing machine in, and remember you are limited to the time that you're able to get these. So if you're wanting one, contact me and I'll tell you all about how you can join Stamping Up, be part of my team, and get one of these beautiful little cutting and embossing machines in this beautiful boho blue. It's lovely. Love the colour. It's beautiful. You can also, if you do not like the blue, you can get the white machines as well. Okay, so we'll just line that little cow up there. I always had 2 of the large cutting and embossing machines out for my classes, but lately I've had my little mini one out as well, and the ladies have loved using it. It's been great. Right, so there's my cow. Oops, there goes the cutter for that. What else? We'll cut the sheep out. I'm not sure whether I'll use the sheep or whether I'll use the pigs, but I'll cut them out while I've got the cutting and embossing machine out. And then we can decide what we want to use when we're putting it all together. It's just giving that little fence a chance to stick. Right, and then now I've got visitors arrived. You would not believe it, would you? Let's have a look. I'll just put this here. Maybe if I may, and I'll just cut that one out. I'll just be 2 seconds and get rid of them. Right, I'm back. Sorry about that, everybody. Oh, I just thought, oh, I'll get rid of them, otherwise I'll keep knocking. Okay. Right, so that is my cow, my little sheep, and the pigs. Aren't they beautiful? Right, I think I moved a bit on the sheep, but that's fine. Okay, so now our little fence is probably drier now. So we're going to attach it onto this piece here. So what I might do, I might attach the other one on the front, but I think I might attach this on the back. And up here I'm going to put some stamping. So before I attach that, because I don't want any bumps and things when you're stamping, so we'll just lay this out flat, and we'll grab, so I've got some old olive ink, which I had for my class today, so I thought we'll just use that. And we'll just stamp with some, oh, I might put it on the front, you never know. Okay, we might just stamp a few little hills along the bottom there. Isn't that cute? Right. And then I think I might want one of these little barns because the little barn is so cute. So I might stamp that on a little piece of scrap paper. So I will stamp that in Memento. And then I will colour that. So we may do the barn. What colour should we do the barn? I might do it in this suede, shall I? Yeah, why not? So we'll just do a little brown soft suede barn. And so colouring's always great. It's great to do colouring in class. It keeps my ladies really quiet, which is really good. I'm just going to colour over the windows because I haven't got time today to muck around too much. Right, up there, down there, around there. Blends are great because you don't get the lines like you do with markers. With markers, you'd see all your little lines of where you've made your strokes with your pen. With blends, they blend in together really well when you don't see that. So I'm going to have a red door on my barn. And I'm going to have a red across the top here like that. And in the window as well. There you go. Okay, and I might cut that one out because I can. It's funny when you're making things up as you go on a live like this because you're always trying to think, what should I do next? What should I do next? But it's nice to try all these different things. So we do have a little cutter for that. So there's our little barn. Isn't it cute? Right, put that top on there and wind that through. Okay, now what else are we going to do? I think I might, just because I can also, just grab a piece of scrap and I might do some trees maybe. So these trees are really cute. They're really cool to use. Or will they fit onto here? I could probably fit them onto there actually. I might just put them onto there. Let's just try. We'll put a couple of trees on there. Little barn can come over here. Oh, we're creating a beautiful little scene. Isn't that cute? Right, so we'll just grab some blends now and I will colour our trees. So we'll colour that one. So I've stamped them in Old Olive and I've just coloured that one with light Granny Apple Green. And we'll stamp and we'll colour this other one with light Mossy Meadow. So that's a little bit deeper in colour, which is quite cute. Right, we'll colour that one in. I quite like colouring. I'm not that particular. I just colour. I think it's what we do is arty, so it doesn't matter if you go over lines. That's what I keep telling myself. There we go. And then we might go with the soft suede and we'll just do the trunks of the trees. There we go. Right. So now, with the card I made yesterday, we put the tops of the fence in the front, but we're going to put it in behind today. So what I need to do is if you line it up on top like that, you can see the area from the edge of your cardstock to the top. Okay, so this is where you are going to need to put your tear and tape or your glue. Actually, I might put it because I actually quite like using glue. So you line that up perfectly like that. This is how easy it is. We put a little bit of glue on here. Now you don't want it too thick near the edge because you don't want it to come over the edge. So just put a little bit of glue there and a little bit of glue there, just like that. This is going to be the easiest way to do it. And then pull this up and place it down. Just hold that down for a couple of seconds just so it adheres. Okay, and this is our little fence down here. You'll see how this comes together later. It will look quite cute, I'm sure it will. Okay, So then we've got a little barn, so we might just pop that. Oh, I might just put these animals down here. So I'm going to have an animal down here on the fence, this little cow. But before I put that down, I've got this little stamp from the set. So this is grass. So we're going to put a little bit of grass along the bottom of our fence there, because it would have grass. You know, so we'll just add a few little layers of that. It's fun, isn't it? Just creating as you go. So there you go. Now our little cow can sit there. So we're going to put our cow on, and we're going to use mini dimensionals. Now the thing that you need to be careful when you're putting the cow onto there is we only want to attach the dimensionals to the area where the little fence pails are. So if we look there, we know we can probably fit about 3 in along there. So we'll just go 1, 2, 3. You want a few because there's not a lot of area that we can put it, and we can put a couple up here, and what happens is that helps strengthen the bond between those two fence pails. So we'll take those ones off and those ones off, just like that. We'll put our little cow down there, so he's like grazing. There you go. Can we fit some little pigs in along here? Yeah, they might be cute. Do you want the sheep? No, sheep's a bit boring. I think we've put the little pigs. They're really cute. So we can put a couple of mini dimensionals there for the mama sheep. And we can probably put a little one down here for the baby sheep. The baby lamb. Baby sheep. Baby lamb. And sometimes when you put your pieces on like that, you can then decide if you want to fit an extra one like under the feet there, which I may do anyway because I think that will work. So it's easy, you just place it under, take the top off, and then put them on. Okay, so there's our little animals behind there like that. So this little piece that we did before is going to go inside the card. But what we'll want to do is I might stamp, where are these trees again? I might stamp these trees down the bottom because I quite like the trees. They're very cute. So this is going to be the inside to write on. So we'll stamp the trees there, and we might just put a little bit of grass along there as well. Okay, and then we'll colour our trees, and it won't matter. Sometimes when you colour with blends, you do have to be careful, especially on like the basic white and that, because it's a thinner cardstock, and the ink can go through to the other side, but this you won't know because it gets attached to the base. So we'll just colour that one in, and it's funny because it can look quite dark like that, but once it dries you see more of the detail of the tree. Okay, and we'll do that one. So this is just repeating the trees on the front, the trees in the middle, so it just continues your theme through your card, which is great. We'll use a bit of suede there for the trunks of the trees. Right, close my ink pad in case Ruth's watching, because she always growls because I leave the ink pad open. Right, so this one here we're going to put tape on the back. See how it comes through, but it won't matter because that is going to be attached to our card base. Okay. Be good if we have it up the right way. Now this, we just have a tiny border white around the edge like that, and so then that is what we're going to write on, and then that comes down like that, so you see the trees through the back of the card, through the fence. So now I'm going to put the little barn there, find a dimensional for that. I don't think I'll put words on this one yet because I'm not sure what I want to use this one for. However, if I was going to do words, let me think what I might do. I'd probably do something like, let me see. So Peaceful Moments has that happy birthday that I have thrashed. Love it. So easy to use. Lots of things. So we'll just make a little label up and we'll just have a look, but I think I'm just going to leave it. So there's your happy birthday in cherry cobbler. My favourite double oval punch. So we'll just stamp the happy birthday out with that. And then I would use a piece of old olive and stamp the scallop oval out on that. Okay, so put that on there. In my classes, I tend to use lots of dimensionals just because we can. I love dimension on any of your cards. I think it's great. So you put that on there. And then if you wanted to, you could probably fit that in somewhere, you know, as your little label on your card. Or you might just want to put something like that in the middle and just have that as your little card with your scenery. You could also, if you wanted to, is grab a, see if I can get the right brush here. I don't know if that one's the right one or not. Let's me just see. This one, no, this one here. So you could grab some balmy blue and you could get that on your brush and just brush a little bit of that along the top there, just for a little bit of sky, just to tone down that white. Look at that, see, just like that. So yeah, that's my card for today, and just want to show you the way that I found was easy using your grid paper to create your fence and try to keep your fence panel straight. So it's nice because you can see through, you can see there's trees in the background. It's hard to see how it sits, but when it sits you'll see the trees a little bit further through behind the cow and the pigs. And so you've got this beautiful page here, and then it opens up and you could put your happy birthday in the middle and write on there. Okay, that's if you want it for a birthday card. The happy birthday could be on the fence as well, wherever you want to put it. So it's entirely up to you. So there you go. So that is the card for today. I can't remember what I called it. Something like just a fence card will be fine. I did a floral fence card for class, and I know I put it somewhere really safe, and I'm not sure. Here it is. So this is the one we did. I did case this from someone. I can't remember who it was. But what they had done is they had just put this designer paper down flat and just wrote up here. But I made that extra piece that I thought was quite nice it gives you a couple of layers or a couple of pages with interest in it. But this is the one I've just made with the On the Farm stamp set, dies and designer paper. So very, very cute. So what else is happening in my world? So anyone that makes a card like this, please send a photo in to me. Love seeing everything that you make. You make some amazing cards, and it's always nice to get different ideas of what you can make. So please send those in to me. This weekend I'm doing the class Country Floral, and Country Floral is the designer paper, so it's a designer paper class with the hearts. So these are some of the cards that we will be making. So this one here that opens up like that. We've got this one here, beautiful card, beautiful hearts there. And then we've got this one here that I've cased as well, and I can't remember the lady of that because, you know, it's been busy, but it's a little step card. And then, of course, this one here that opens out like so. So I like these 3D cards. It's always good to do something that's a little bit different in shape and different fold. So I'm sorry about all the delays and problems with my technology today. I'm hoping to work out how to sort that out. It may just be that there's been an update that I haven't updated something. It kept going to a screen and I was there and it's like I couldn't change anything, I couldn't start anything. So I'm sure I'll bring my friend, or I'll contact my friend and have a talk to her about it and see if we can work out what's going on. But never mind, we got to make the card. Sorry, the measurements looked back to front and the words looked back to front, but yeah, we got to make the card anyway. Right, so the new mini catalogue's going really well. There's been new celebration items added this month, which is great. So there's lots of new things that you can choose from for celebration. And just remember that celebration finishes at the end of this month, ladies. So if you want to get some of those items for free, please contact me and I will help you out with that. Right, that is the end of my Facebook Live for today. I hope you've enjoyed the card. And I look forward to seeing what you all make. There's been some fantastic cards. I haven't had a chance to get a judge for last week's card, so I will have get someone to do that, and I will post that on my page as to who was the winner for last week. Yeah, it's been a bit of a crazy couple of days, but never mind. It's all good, and today's the sun's shining, so it's lovely outside. A little bit windy, but never mind. It's quite nice when it's not that fantastic outside, because it's a good excuse to be inside and craft. Okay, enjoy the rest of your day, everybody. Thanks again for joining me, and I look forward to catching up with you again next week at 2 p.m. for my Facebook Live. Have a great day, everybody. Thanks for joining me. Bye for now.